everybody's favorite segment of the program, a visit by my wife, Jean Edelman. Jean, a student of the healing arts, Reiki, traditional Chinese medicine, homeopathy, acupuncture, and of course, macrobiotic and plant-based cooking. Here's Jean.
Hello, good to be here. This week I'd like to talk about routine. We all love our routine. My horses love their routine. Hoshi has her routine. She stands by her food bowl same time every day for her breakfast and dinner. For those that routinely have a packed daily calendar, change can create a lot of discomfort when there's unscheduled time. So how will you feel when you go through a major change in your life? After 36 years, Rick and I left Edelman Financial Engines, and I found myself a bit uncomfortable with having to create a new routine. So the first thing I did was I anchored on what I knew. And so my morning routine will never change. That's the way I start my day. And my evening routine won't change because that's the way I love to end my day. It was the stuff in the middle that was very wobbly. I found myself taking a lot of deep breaths. And if we can get our minds to understand that open time is an opportunity to create a new routine, that open time can be our greatest creative time. So I think it is helpful to ask the question, what do we want to accomplish today? And then create a list. How fun. We get to choose who we want to connect with and when. I found breaking my day down into blocks was really helpful. So I had a block before breakfast, and then a block after breakfast, and then a block after lunch. Then I created another list of commitments that I did have: business, board, committees, charity work, classes. And then I created another list of my interests and hobbies. Did I have interests and hobbies that I'd like to go back to? Are there new subjects that I'd like to explore? So having this fluidity and this flexibility in our day is wonderful when we can get there, because it's still uncomfortable. But the baby steps will help us be okay. Now that I'm in more control of the routine, I was able to establish more self-care in my day. So here's an action item. I encourage you over the next few weeks to try to leave an open hour. If that's too difficult, how about we give ourselves an hour for lunch, and after we eat, we can fill that time with an errand or something that we wanted to get accomplished, but weren't able to make the time to do so. Or we can start with an easy half hour of open time, maybe 3 days a week. The point is to begin to shift over to more of what we want to do versus what we must do. So my word of the week is routine. R is for radiant. Stress from over anything, over work, over being booked, over anything can really cause wear and tear on our bodies and our health. When we give ourselves permission to not be overbooked, we're reducing our stress, and we're giving ourselves an opportunity to rest and restore. And we will glow. The O is for original. Each one of us is an original piece of art. We get to create what the world sees. So when we begin something new, we get to shine even more in our originality. U is for unconditional. Unconditional love for ourselves and others. I don't think we love ourselves enough. I think we're pretty hard on ourselves. And now that we've got some transition and change in our lives, it's really time to really love ourselves. It's really great to remember that we're one human species and we are on this planet, and unconditional love is so important. T is for talent. This is our time to find our hidden talents. Pull out the musical instruments from when we were kids. Find that paintbrush. Throw around some paint. Our talents are just waiting to emerge. I is for imagination. When's the last time we actually sat down or made time to daydream and just let our thoughts wander? Now that we have an opportunity to put some open, unscheduled time in our day, we can do that. N is for notice. After we make our small changes, it's time to notice how we feel. Have we moved our shoulders down, or are they still up by our ears? Are we breathing more deeply? Are we relaxed during our meals and not feeling so rushed? These are all signs that we're moving in the right direction. E is for emotions. A lot of the time we stay so busy, we don't want to face the emotions that keep popping up. With less scheduled time, we have more opportunity and to have our thoughts be a bit freer. And these emotions will come up, but we need to remember our tools. To journal, talk with a professional, go for a long walk or a run, or just let these thoughts or emotions just roll around in our mind until they just dissipate. Because what they're doing is they're coming up because they want to be noticed. But when we don't give them the spark that they want, they'll say, oh my gosh, and then they'll be gone. And then we can move on. No one has life figured out. We're meant to write our own chapters. We're meant to create and recreate ourselves over and over again. Think of life as a chalkboard. We can erase what we want. We can erase what we don't need. We can bring on the colors and what brings us joy. Or one day we can just wipe it all clean and start again tomorrow. It's all good. It's all fun. Enjoy your new routine. Have a great week.